welcome to Dark Goddess Moon Tarot. I'm Olivia, and we're going to do a pick a card today. Remember to go with your intuition, whichever pile, card, or crystal spoke to you. Sometimes it's whichever one we see first is going to be the one we want to do. So, you might be drawn to more than one pile. That's totally fine. Feel free to listen to one, two, or all three of the piles. And remember, only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so I'm going to put a little cutaway here for you to choose your piles. All right, for pile one, we have Sacred Cycles and the stone Hematite. For pile two, we have Metamorphosis with the stone Shungite. For pile three, we have Lineal Truth with the stone Black Tourmaline. Feel free to take your time. Feel free to watch more than one pile. Timestamps below. Hi, pile one. You chose Sacred Cycles and Hematite. Okay, so this card is about the sacred cycles of life. And learning how to become more at ease with those sacred cycles. Much like the seasons we go through. Hold on. Okay. We did have a card fall, which for me means it's very important, and so we'll get to that in a second. We go through these sacred cycles in life, much like the seasons. You might be in a winter right now. The card that flew out, bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups in reverse. The card that flew out is the Seven of Swords. So, right now, you are in a period of time, if this is your pile, you're in a period of time where you might think that you're protecting yourself in some way, but that is actually a form of self-deception. You're preventing love from coming into your life, whether that's romantic love or self-love or an opportunity regarding something you love. Something you love for most of you. Knight of Cups. Could be someone you love, but the Tower. Okay, honey. So you are absolutely probably in a winter, meaning there's a lot of loss or perceived loss, lack. A tower is coming, so a sudden massive change that is going to, much like winter when trees have lost all of their leaves, and as we know, the next season is spring, where things start to grow again. You might be so tired. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse here. You might be so tired that you feel like you absolutely cannot continue to go on in this world. And I am so sorry if you are feeling that way. You're not alone in that. I feel that way often. But we must keep growing. We are here for a reason. Never doubt that. That's a form of self-deception. This might be a call. If you are finding it difficult to maintain your interpersonal relationships, this might be a call to seek a behavioral therapist. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or DBT, which is a form of cognitive behavioral therapy, might be something to look into. Yeah. Six of Pentacles. A gift. A blessing. That would be for you, if this is resonating. Pile 1. The Devil in reverse. Letting go of the chains that bind you. Letting go of attachments. That's the winter. That's the winter. Letting go of the leaves so that change can occur, and so you can become reborn in a sense. So these attachments could be self-sabotage, like thought patterns that cause you to self-sabotage. You could be in a cycle of self-sabotage, preventing you. Yeah. 5 of Swords in reverse. Inner conflict. Thank you so much, Spirit. Anything else from this deck before we... I'm being called to use another deck. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles in reverse is missed opportunities, lack, loss. Yeah. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Sorry, a crystal just fell out of there and I want to grab it. Okay. What do they need to do, Spirit? Release. The karmic release. The sacred karmic deer. Is that what that says? Yeah. Release. This is about letting go of all of the karmic lessons, or the pain, I'm sorry. Letting go of the pain from all of the karmic lessons you've learned so far. Releasing it, letting it go. Butterflies may be significant for you right now. It's not just about release, though. It is also about integration. Knight of Cups again. Okay, so we have, that's the second Knight of Cups. And then the Death card. Okay, yeah, 2 Knight of Cups already. So, the Knight of Cups follows their heart. Yeah, wolves may be a significant animal guide for you. look at the wolves in spirit. So you are not alone. You may feel like a lone wolf, but you are not alone. Your spirit team, ancestors, guides, angels, deities that you may work with, or that are wanting to work with you. You are not alone. But something has to die, honey. Didn't I say butterflies might be significant? And we have, yeah, okay. And antlers. That is so interesting. I just saw 928 on the timer. That might be a specific angel number you want to look up if this reading is resonating for you. It may also be your birthday. It's my birthday as well. Let me know if it's your birthday. But if it's not, go ahead and look up the spiritual meaning of angel number 928. Okay, pile one. Let's see. There's the Ace of Pentacles again. Upright this time. So underneath the Death card, we have the Emperor in reverse. So what needs to die is this feeling of being disempowered, this feeling of being stuck in winter, this feeling of lack of this feeling of being too wounded to carry on. It has to die in order for you to move on. And if you are not able to do this on your own, you're going to need to get a therapist. Yeah, the Five of Swords in reverse, and again underneath the Ace of Pentacles. It's inner conflict, inner turmoil. Okay, the cards just sort of flew out of my hand. I don't know if that was visible. To the hidden inner strength card, the Shadow Cat. You have this hidden inner strength, my love. It's time to learn how to tap into that. It's time to let go with the Devil in reverse. You're ready. You're ready to release the pain of the past. You're ready to integrate the lessons you've learned from past cycles. You're ready to follow your heart. You're ready to embrace your hidden inner strength. 12:13 on the timer. I was told to call that out. 12:13. You're ready. Anything else before we move on? I think I want to do, we're going to do charms for each pile, but also I want to do some oracle. Knight of Pentacles, the Aztec hawk warrior. So hawks might be significant. You might be seeing hawks, either hawks out in real life, like on your walks, or which has happened to me recently. It's really cool. Or just symbolism. Other readers may be pointing out hawks to you. There's something about the spirit of the hawk that is going to be helpful for you right now. Animal medicine is, it does wonders, okay? Yeah, temperance in reverse. Temperance in reverse is not following your soul's calling. And with the Knight of Cups coming out twice and the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups goes after what their heart wants, what they love. The Knight of Pentacles takes action, slow and steady, practical steps towards that which they want to manifest in their reality. It's time to take action. You don't have pages here, you have knights. Time to take action, my love, on your soul's calling. Let's get some journaling prompts to see if we can see if there are there any journaling prompts that can help pile one right now. This is the Codex of Questions by Emily Rose. She has a YouTube channel called Raven Relics Tarot on YouTube. So we had several cards fall out. What do you want to learn to try for the first time? Whatever just instantly came to your head, do it. And if something didn't come to your head, think about it. Spend some time to think about it. What do you want your future self to say about you? What do you want your future self to say about you? Do you really need to find yourself, or do you just need to choose yourself? I'm going to hold all three of these up if you want to take a screenshot. There's something about the process of writing, instead of just thinking and sitting with it. There is something about the process of writing it down that might help with the integration part. Sorry about the glare. Okay. Let's get some charms. Charms can act as clarifiers. They can also bring through additional messages. Sometimes they are just signs and synchronicities you might have been seeing lately, or that your spirit team, your higher self, will be showing you within the next couple weeks to help guide you along. We've got a lot of charms here. Ooh, 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 I'm gonna cry. Okay. So if you've recently had a pet pass away, I'm so sorry. I am sending you the biggest hug energetically. We have the paw print charm come out, and I've asked that Spirit only bring that out when somebody has a pet in spirit that is with them, guiding them. You can feel it. You can sense it. They're with you. They love you. They're grateful for you. Okay, we also have a wishbone. Make a wish. What does your heart want to do? What does your heart want to do? What does your spirit want to do? We have the ancient Egyptian Ankh symbol. We have, oh my goodness, we have 2 sun charms. Oh my God. Sun in tarot is about celebration, happiness, illumination in the dark. You're coming out of the winter. The sun is coming out, pile 1. Like double confirmation, honey. you're going to be mending. You're going to be mending something here with the thread and needle. And then the last charm we have for you today is angel wings. These could also be like goddess wings. This, I've asked for this charm to only come out when whoever is watching really needs to know that their spirit team is with them. And I had mentioned that earlier with the Knight of Cups, noticing that this wolf has wolf spirit guiding them. Their spirit team, your spirit team is with you. You are not alone. If you are having trouble feeling connected to your spirit guides, get a journal, or you can even put it like in your notes in your phone if you can't get a journal right now. But I do recommend having like a spiritual journal where you write down your signs with your guides, but start paying attention to repeated things that you're seeing, like repeated numbers, repeated phrases, or any sort of sign and synchronicity that you're noticing happening a lot. They're trying to talk to you. They really are. Okay? You're not alone. And you have me and our community here at Dark Goddess Moon Tarot. Thank you so much, Pile One. This was a really cool reading. I'm so excited for you. I know that it's feeling really dark and there's a lot of like inner darkness right now, and the world is also feeling really dark and horrible things are happening everywhere, but as terrible as it is, we have to remember and hold on to that hope that the sun is coming out and illuminating all of the shadows collectively, illuminating humanity's shadows so that we can rebuild. We're in a collective tower moment as humanity right now, right? Things are crumbling down. We're in the very beginning stages of a brand new way of living. And so we have to hold on. We cannot give up yet because we haven't seen the sun come out yet. Don't give up. You are not alone, honey. You are not alone. I love you. Truly. I love you. You are loved. Okay? Whew, I'm going to start crying. Okay, I'm going to just feel like you need it. We're going to do a self-care card from the Witch Casket, Witch's Empowerment deck. Okay, do a little self-care here. Whew. Remember to subscribe. If this reading resonated with you, please subscribe because I would love to have you as part of my collective and continue to do readings for you. And, you know, the goal is for me to be able to do readings every day. I would love that, but we're not there yet. So subscribe, please, and like the video if you found it helpful or if it resonated with you, so that we can grow our community here. Okay. Do that thing. Oh my gosh. Considering we had a bunch of knights come out. You know, the thing you've been putting off or avoiding, just get it done. You will feel so accomplished and relieved when it's behind you. Do that thing, honey. Yeah, you've got this. I love you, Pile 1. Take care. Hi, Pile 2. You chose Metamorphosis and Shungite. Okay, so this card comes out in a lot of my collective readings. So I did not choose these cards. I let Spirit choose the cards. And there's a lot of metamorphosis happening on an individual level, but also on a collective level. And the world is a really scary place right now. I mean, it always has been. And we are about to shift thank Goddess, into a better world, but it's going to take a while, and it's going to take a lot of strength and hope, holding on to hope. When a butterfly, before a butterfly becomes a butterfly, we know it's a caterpillar and it goes into a cocoon. What's not often talked about is like that bursting out of the cocoon part. It's not easy for the butterfly. It takes a lot of work. It's hard. Okay, so there a lot of butterflies actually came out in pile one. So if you were drawn to pile one in any way, please do go back and watch that reading after this reading if you haven't already watched it. All right, let's get into tarot. Pile two. Metamorphosis. Thank you. Anything else? Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Ooh, Empress on the bottom of the deck, honey. So the cards that flew out, we have the Ten of Swords, which is the end of a very painful cycle. Exactly. You're getting ready to bust out of that cocoon, babe. We also have the Moon. So what I'm getting with this is that there's an illusion, a self-illusion created by fear that you might always feel like you're going to be stuck in this painful cycle, this mental anguish. Can I get more? Oh, that's interesting. That card's backwards. That means we need to take that. Five of Wands, conflict. Can I get more on the Five of Wands and the Empress, please? Perhaps you're in conflict with yourself about the Emperor too. Okay. You're in conflict with yourself about being able to be self-sovereign, to be in control, to step into your power. And the High Priestess in reverse flipped out, and I just looked at that. I didn't even realize. This is feeling like, well, disconnected from your intuition, of course, but also not being able to use your voice, and my throat is kind of closing up right now, throat chakra. So there's an illusion surrounding this. You feel like you're unable, perhaps you feel like you're unable to keep fighting, to keep up the good fight. Unable to break through that cocoon and spread your wings. But you are capable, otherwise you wouldn't be here, okay? Let's get some more. Thank you, Spirit. What do they need to do? Six of Swords flew out. I just saw 0505 on the timer. That might be a number for someone. So, the Six of Swords is about transitioning through difficulty. Absolutely. It's a transition. Moving away from something into something else. Metamorphosis. That's it. That is the advice. I want to know what you need to transition away from. I mean, obviously, the feelings of self-doubt, the feelings of not being able to use your voice, or not being able to trust your intuition. What else, Spirit? What else do they need to leave behind? I think I'm going to switch to a different deck. Ace of Cups in reverse. That came out in pile 1 as well. Your heart is closed off. It's a very, so maybe some heart chakra work. I'm trying to, actually, I think I'm going to use this deck. Two of Swords in reverse. This is Nine of Swords. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Eight of Pentacles. It's really hard work working on your mental health. Nine of Swords is like anxiety, not being able to sleep, having issues with sleep, possibly nightmares, or dreams that you just find disturbing. You know, waking up and being like, why would I dream that? That's so gross or so annoying or so fucked up. This is a call. If that is the case, that won't be the case for everybody watching, but if that is the case for you, love, please get started with dream work, dream interpretation work. It's a form of shadow work. It's getting to know our dream maker makes us dream these things. And the worse the dream, the more imperative it is that we start listening to those messages. I wish I had got into dream interpretation years before I actually started getting into it, because it would have saved me a lot of pain, mentally, emotionally, but all in divine timing. It's all in divine timing, right? So, but this is a call for you to start getting into dream work if that's the case for you. For others, it's a call to, with the Two of Swords being in reverse, this is like a total refusal to make a decision. Perhaps this is due to not feeling clear. You're unclear with the High Priestess in reverse here. There's something that is very unclear for you, and the Moon. So when the Two of Swords is in reverse, this is like, if you don't make a decision now, the universe will make the decision for you. Okay? So, Eight of Pentacles, this is dedication dedication to the craft. And in this instance, I think that the craft is going to be shadow work, or dedication to healing. Dedication to healing. The healing journey. That's what a spiritual journey is. It's about healing. I just saw 924 on the timer. That might be a number for someone or someone's birthday. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This may be causing all of this may be causing an inability to provide for yourself financially. You may feel very unstable financially. The Hierophant in reverse. Not listening to your inner teacher. Or a need to dismantle systems that were set in place before you, systems that are like designed to keep us down. It's time to transition away from that type of thinking. It's time to transition away from a lack mentality, a lack mindset. It's time to transition away from not following what your heart wants. It's time to transition away from that and into being an empowered human being. It is your birthright. It is not your fault in any way, shape, or form. If you are struggling financially, if you are struggling to survive, if you are struggling with your mental health, that is not your fault. But it is your responsibility to work through it and work out of it, to death and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. To let those thought processes and systems die so that you can turn your Wheel of Fortune. I'm gonna switch to another deck. I feel like there's something more that wants to come through. Pile 2. King of Pentacles. Yeah. You're meant to be rich. Like, you're meant to be rich. You're meant to feel solid and secure. Yep. We had the King of, okay, so King of Pentacles. Notice the butterfly wings. And the butterflies. Interesting. Lots of butterflies today. I love it. Okay. The Knight of Swords and the King of Swords both came out in reverse. So, it's very important right now to not act out of haste and to not act out of fear. You do need to make a decision. The King of Swords in the upright makes decisive decisions. Once they've made a decision, they stick with it, they carry it out. They don't second guess themselves. Two of Cups is the other card that came out. Two of Cups is making a decision to come into union with something that is mutually beneficial for you, where there is mutual energetic exchange. We have snakes, a lot of snakes going on. Shedding the old skins. Coming into who you're actually meant to be. The Emperor, the Empress. Both of these energies are important to cultivate. The Empress is about creation, birthing new ideas, new projects that are going to be extremely abundant for you. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you want to be some sort of creator. Maybe you want to be in a situation where you are responsible, and only you, be your own boss, where you are responsible for creating the world around you and not answering to anyone else because you are in control, this Emperor energy. You make the decisions. You say yes, you say no. And you know you're making the right decisions for yourself. You know that. You stand in it. You're embodied in it. And you're transitioning away from anything that does not fulfill that need for your soul. Because we have the King. My stomach just growled. So You're hungry for it, honey. You're hungry for this energy. I think that the collective I'm talking to right now, if this reading is resonating with you so far, pile two, you're meant to be an entrepreneur, or you're meant to work for yourself, or you're meant to lead in some way. You may have been like battling with yourself about this idea with the Five of Wands there, but like your soul is calling for it. It's hard work with the Eight of Pentacles. It's not quick work either. Pentacles are the slowest energy of the four elements in the tarot. So, and in life, not just in tarot, but yeah, it's going to take work. I'm feeling called to do, before we do charms, I'm feeling called to do oracle, actually. Let's see. Let's pull from the Desert Rites Oracle deck. Oh, 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 oh. Sorry. Okay. So, this card just flipped over on a different deck when I was trying to get this deck. And this card is about having hope and holding on to small glimmers of hope when you can. Okay. Everything that happens during a reading is some sort of message. Oracle card for pile number 2. Thank you so much. Oh, we got a bunch. We got 3. Okay. Isolation. So you might need to go into a hermit mode to really figure out either what it is you want to do with your life, or if you already know, to figure out how to take actionable steps towards that goal. This card also came out in the inner child healing reading, so some of you may need to look into that. Only take it if it resonates. Okay, we also have Whispers and Source. Let's see. Okay, let me get the guidebook for some of these. If this reading has resonated so far, please subscribe to the channel because you're likely in my collective, and I would love to read for you. Okay. I actually don't think that this card, Whispers, has come out yet. I love this card so much. This is like one of my favorites. It's so beautiful. Look at that energy. Oh, this is so gorgeous. Okay, hold on. Sorry, my stomach. Can you hear my stomach growling? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to eat after this. I ate before this. You were really hungry, honey. You were like hungry for something different. Time to feed your soul, I just heard. Time to feed your soul. Okay. The seeker is asked to come into communion with the guidance of ancestral voices, whispering to their hearts and minds. In this life, you have been blessed to see the karmic cycles attached to you and your family line. Your ancestors are with you, asking you to tap into their infinite wisdom and support. They choose you for this moment in time and entrusted you with the task of breaking away from these cycles. You might want to listen So pile 3, the oracle card is Lineal Truth, which is about this ancestor, healing the ancestral line. So if you're guided to do ancestor work, definitely listen to pile 3 as well. Understand that blessed lineage is coursing through your veins, empowered by the collective strength of your forefathers to be forever resilient as long. I don't like that word, forefathers. Let's just say ancestors. I don't know why. Maybe it bothers you too. Okay. To be forever resilient as long as you keep fighting for what you believe in, no matter the obstacle that may try to get in your way. With unwavering faith and determination, you embrace your divine purpose in this lifetime. Knowing you are a vessel for wisdom and healing, a torchbearer, illuminating the path towards a brighter future. Oh, Hecate vibes, the torchbearer. As they heed the whispers of their lineage, the seeker steps boldly into their power, embodying the transformative potential of their heritage and forging a legacy of abundance, prosperity, and spiritual fulfillment for generations to come. Okay, the next card, Source. The Source. The seeker awakens to the truth that they are a unique expression of the divine source, the very essence of all creation, and are imbued with boundless light, eternal wisdom, and unconditional love. Set your intention to serve as a conduit of divine will, creativity, and inspiration. Delve deep into the essence of Source to discover your integral role in something infinitely vast and transcendent. With humility, reverence, and unwavering courage, stand in the sacred awareness that you are continuously fueled and supported by a loving creator or source whose presence permeates every fiber of existence in this place and the next. Allow the radiant energy of Source to flow through you, blessing the world with your presence. Stay humble with acts of service, prayer, meditation, and praise. I'm going to say self-praise. I think you need it. For each spoken word, whisper in the mind and thought in your heart as a testament to the wisdom and glory of the universe. Remember, you are divine. You may feel like a caterpillar stuck in a cocoon, but you are about to burst out into a divine butterfly. You are going to step into your Emperor and Empress energy. Okay, let's get some charms. Charms can act as signs or synchronicities. Sometimes they pull through additional messages. Ooh. Okay, that is so interesting. We have the ancient Egyptian Ankh that came out in pile 1 as well. So you might be drawn to pile 1. We have a sickle, which is used to harvest. So this is very much Empress energy. My stomach growled again. You're ready to harvest that wheat, that abundance. Yeah. Notice the wheat here. Okay. And we have a magnifying glass. So this is like a call to take a closer look at something, at a message that came through in today's reading. Take a closer look. You may need to listen to it a second time and take notes. That's important for someone. And then we have, last but not least, we have a ladder. So this is the spiritual journey. You're ascending up the ladder into a new timeline. You're ascending, babe. You've got this. You've got this. Pile 2, thank you for being here. I am sending you so much love. And if you found this helpful, please like the video, hype the video so it can get shown to more people who need to hear these messages right now. And until the next time, I love you. Take care of yourself. You've got this. Hi, Pile 3. You chose Lineal Truth and Black Tourmaline. Okay, so Lineal Truth. This card is about healing our ancestral wounds. Generational trauma is a thing, and you're not alone in the work that you're meant to be doing. I just heard. Okay, well, let's get started. All right, pile number 3. Oh, King of Pentacles just flipped over. King of Pentacles. Thank you. Anything else? That card just flipped over. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Got quite a few cards popping out for you in this first round, pile number 3. Bottom of the deck is 10 of Cups in reverse. So this is a block on your complete emotional fulfillment. Whatever it is that is going to make you feel emotionally fulfilled in this lifetime. That could be creating a family. That could be finding a life partner. That could be just learning how to be happy here on earth. It's going to be different for everyone, but whatever your ultimate happiness is, your ultimate emotional fulfillment is your 10 of Cups. There's a block with it being in the reverse here. So, likely having to do with ancestral wounds. You are the cycle breaker. You're going to become, if you don't identify with that yet, you are going to become the cycle breaker and heal your entire lineage, at least on one side, right? So this is a calling to do that. That's what you need to do in order to reach your ultimate emotional fulfillment. Okay? So if you're new to that idea, most of you are not. Most of you will be familiar with that idea, okay? So bear with me while I talk to those of you who that's a newer idea for. This could be healing around self-sabotage or self-deception with the 7 of Swords in reverse here. This could be healing emotional dysregulation with the King of Cups in reverse here. It could be healing finances with the King of Pentacles. You know, maybe you'll be the first in your line to learn how to not give in to the darker energies of abuse, anger, control, power. Maybe you'll be the first in your line to own your own business and create a legacy for yourself. Maybe you'll be the first in your line to realize that you're living life in a way that's hurting you and hurting others, and you're going to stop it. Maybe you'll be the first in your line to work on childhood, healing childhood wounds, doing inner child healing, or seeking therapy for childhood trauma recovery. Whatever you're doing, you should be proud of yourself. Because I just looked. Because it's hard work with the Eight of Pentacles here. But underneath the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Fuck yeah. Amazing. Amazing. You might be the first in your line to become a millionaire. I just heard that with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. But it's not about money for everybody, right? We have the other cards that popped out are the Two of Cups in reverse, the Six of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. So the Six of Cups is absolutely memories of the past, or a need to revisit the past. So, however, the Eight of Cups right after that, it's almost like you're walking away from that. You're done revisiting the past. The Two of Cups is I just saw 611 on the timer. That's an angel number for someone. The Two of Cups is in reverse, is disharmony. It's not coming into union with someone or with yourself, your higher self. So you're walking away from something that's causing you disharmony, likely with yourself, because we did have the Seven of Swords in reverse here, which is a self-deception. So you're walking away from that. Perhaps you had deceptive thoughts about what your childhood was like. Like maybe you've sugar-coated it, and in order to cope, perhaps there was a little bit of denial there about what your childhood was really like in order to cope. But you're walking away from that mentality and saying, I know what it was like, and I know it wasn't okay, and I'm going to do better for myself. I'm going to walk away, and even though it's scary, I'm walking into the night, I'm walking into the unknown. There's mountains represent challenges. There's challenges ahead. I'm still walking away from that because I want to get to my 10 of Cups, my ultimate happiness. I just saw 744 on the timer and was told to call that out. That's an angel number for someone. 744. Okay. Whoo! You are gonna heal. When you heal, when we are embodied into human form and we work to heal our trauma, our childhood trauma, our generational trauma, when we work to heal that, spirit can feel it. Okay? And they want to help us. Those that have crossed over and have made the commitment to be better, they want to help. So you can heal your ancestral lineage without doing ancestor work. If you don't feel called to do that, you don't have to. But if you do feel called to that, look into parts work. There's that's a message for someone. Okay. Let's get some more information. What else do we need to know? Thank you so much. Anything else? Thank you so much. Yeah, caution on the bottom of the deck. So there are some ancestors you do not want to work with, okay? So if you're going to choose to do any type of ancestor work, like meditating to meet with your ancestors, setting up an ancestor altar, make it really clear in your intentions that you are only calling forward ancestors, whether known or unknown, that are here for your highest good and are the most highly qualified for your healing. Okay? Okay. Let's see what cards flew out. The Hanged One, Page of Cups, the Ten of Cups. Okay, but we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Three of Swords in reverse, the Lovers, and the Five of Cups. Okay, I know this sounds like a lot, but I'm gonna talk us through this. So there is a block with the Ace of Cups being in reverse. I swear this came out in the other two readings, but with my other deck. So there's a heart chakra block. So a call to do some heart chakra work, but also, I mean, that's what healing the ancestral, the generational trauma is going to help with that. It's going to help you heal your heart. Coming out of the painful Three of Swords, you're coming out of it with it in reverse here. And the Lovers, if you want love, this is what you're going to need to do. If you don't already have, a solid loving partnership. But if that's not of concern to you right now, because it's not going to be for everyone, not everyone wants love, or wants a partner. So if not, then this is about coming into union with yourself. It's like you're bringing your shadow self and your higher self. Our shadow self is our inner child. Our shadows happen when our inner child acts out because it needs attention, because it didn't get the love and attention and care it deserved as a child. Five of Cups is despair, regret, remorse over the past, maybe over past decisions you've made. There might be some regret there. But Spirit wants you to have a new perspective with the Hanged One. A new perspective is needed on past loss when it comes to love or comes to your heart, any sort of loss. I mean, that could be loss of friendships, loss of community, loss of anything that emotionally fulfills you. Maybe you did something with your hands, a craft, an art, a trade, but then you developed like really painful arthritis and you can't do that anymore. This is just an example, right? It doesn't have to be a relationship or an interpersonal relationship of any kind. It could be about something you love. So there's loss there, there's despair, but Spirit would like you to have, your higher self would like you to have a new perspective on that with the Hanged One, because deciding to make that shift, deciding to, with the Page of Cups, work on your relationship with yourself and healing that is what's going to bring you your 10 of Cups, honey. 13:33 on the timer. That is going to be what brings you your 10 of Cups. So in the beginning of the reading, we had 10 of Cups in reverse. And then in a different deck, we have the 10 of Cups upright. So you're going to get your ultimate happiness. You are. You absolutely are. But it is going to take diligence. It's going to take dedication. It is going to take the mentality of slow and steady wins the race. Okay? That's going to get you to your ultimate success with the 10 of Pentacles here. Oh, this is incredible. Page of Cups underneath that. So we have Page of Cups from two decks. Yeah. Wait, where'd the other page go? 2 pages of Cups. Yeah. So this is about learning to trust your intuition, learning to have conversations with yourself and, talk out loud to yourself like you're your own best friend, or journal. Do journaling, self-reflection journaling prompts. You can easily look them up online or get a journaling prompt deck. It's about discovering how your emotions work, why they work that way, and doing the healing, around that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this may look like CBT or DBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. DBT is a form of that. This may look like, did I say parts work in this reading? Internal family systems, parts work, ancestral healing via like working with your ancestors, meditation. Through meditation, you can also like work with shamans and healers who do that kind of work. But you absolutely do not need to be, you don't need to do, you can do it all on your own. Okay. It's going to be different for everyone. That's the point of the Page of Cups, is to discover what you need to heal yourself, to discover what you need to come into intuition, come into your intuition, to come into union with your intuition. Thank you, Spirit. It took me a minute here. To come into union with yourself. Pile 3. Let's get some journaling prompts. I'm feeling the journaling prompts. This is the Codex of Questions deck by Emily Rose. She has a tarot channel on YouTube called Raven Relics Tarot. Thank you. Ooh. Do you have the bandwidth to receive what you're asking for? So what I'm instantly getting with that one, whatever answer just came to your head. But also, for those that are looking for love, remember, if you are deeply unhealed, if you have deeply unhealed generational trauma, it's really hard to come into union with someone. So it's important to come into union with yourself first. That's a message for someone. Only take it if it resonates, right? Same with anything in readings, all readings. And I'd like to add, if you feel like you don't have the bandwidth to receive what you're asking for right now, in which ways can you fill up your own cup? Because that's the Ace of Cups reversed, it's a feeling of depletion. It's a feeling of emptiness in the heart space. So learning how, that's what the Page of Cups is doing. They are learning how to fill their own cup. Okay. And the next one that flew out is, what are you waiting for? So, what are you waiting for? And this is regarding either filling your own cup, like it's time to start doing that, or the ancestral healing. What are you waiting for? Spirit is like, let's do this, honey. Let's do this. Anything else before? I think we'll do, we're going to do charms, but I kind of want to do an oracle card too. Oh, we got, that is interesting. What emotion are you currently suppressing? What emotion are you currently suppressing, and what is it revealing that you need? Okay, some of you will want to screenshot this. That's absolutely like on point. It's time to do some self-discovery work around that, love. Okay. We have some repeat cards from, I think, pile 1. So if you're drawn to pile 1, go check that out. List 10 things you're grateful for. Notice how you feel before and after doing so. Remember, it doesn't have to be big things. It can be as simple as, I'm grateful to have clean drinking water. Many parts of the world do not have that. Okay? So it could be very simple things like that. But get as specific as you can. Spend some time to think about it. That might help fill your cup energetically enough to start doing this work. Just remembering, holding on to those glimmers of things we can be grateful for is sometimes imperative when we're doing this type of deep work, okay? All right, let's get an oracle card from the Desert Rites Oracle. And then we're going to pull charms. Charms are so much fun. I usually tie it all together. Okay, thank you. Integration on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's about integrating. That's what shadow work is. It's first becoming aware of our shadows and then working on releasing what needs to be released and integrating what needs to be integrated in order to heal. And shadow work is a lifelong process, but it truly is the only way to get to know yourself, truly, fully. And with the Page of Cups coming out twice, this might be a call to do that, to really get to know yourself. What are you waiting for? Okay, let's look at these oracle cards. What came out here? We have Guided by the Inner Compass. And Reconciliation of Self. Gorgeous. Look. We've got the guiding light. And then Trust and Time. 22:44 on the timer. Spirit's having me call out a lot of numbers today. So maybe they want you to start paying attention to numbers that you're seeing repeated. Gorgeous. Okay, I am going to read these from the guidebook after a sip of coffee. Okay. If this has resonated with you so far, definitely consider subscribing if you aren't already, because you're likely in my collective and I would love to continue providing readings for you. Okay? I do shadow work readings. I do zodiac readings. I've been slacking on the full moon, new moon because I've been having a hard time lately, just in general. But I would like to get back into that. So, okay. Guided by the Inner Compass. The seeker attunes to the subtle frequencies of intuition. Page of Cups. Making decisions not bound by logic alone, but by the deep wisdom of spiritual guidance. Feeling the gentle pull of unseen forces, a tether to their divine purpose. Each step taken in alignment is an intimate conversation with the spirit and their higher selves. Coming into union with your higher self, yeah. This is a collaboration where every decision made in resonance materializes a sacred thread used to tether them closer to their divine destiny. The internal lasso of wisdom catches the eye and heart of the seeker, pulling them towards it and it towards them. On the horizon burns the starry constellations of synchronicities and happenings, hithering all those seeking home. You're gonna come home to yourself, I just heard. Pile 3, that's so beautiful. Okay, next one. She's holding her throat chakra in this card. Okay. The throat chakra came up in pile 2, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Reconciliation of self. The seeker traverses the sacred journey of soul work as an introspective odyssey, delving fearlessly into the depths of their being, basking in the luminance of self-discovery. This journey fearlessly poses the most profound of inquiries. How did I contribute to these problems I am facing? That's shadow work. How did I contribute to these problems I am facing? Rebel against the ego's attempts at self-preservation. Oh, that's the... Did we have that? That's what this is. That's what self-sabotage is. It's the ego trying to protect the self. It's self-preservation, but it's not actually for our highest good. It's self-sabotage. But that's absolutely what that is. Rebel against the ego's attempts at self-preservation, and you'll unearth the truth. In this pilgrimage, the seeker reconciles that perhaps they had a more significant part to play in the unraveling than they were initially willing to admit, even to themselves. From this newfound wisdom, we can now weigh our choices against our integrity, cut our losses, and allow those cut cords to unfurl. In a true act of bravery, we can admit that we played a part in allowing those cords to attach or those threads to unwind, and we can make new choices to stay true to ourselves. In this sacred understanding where we take responsibility, that's interesting that I said that. Where we take responsibility for our choices, we can reconcile the past and make peace with the present. Thank you, Spirit. That absolutely ties that all together. Okay, last one. Trust in time. I mean, that's probably the message right there, but I still want to read it, and then we'll do charms. Okay. I just had it. It's hard to do this one-handed. Do you ever do stuff? It's like when you carry all the groceries in at once instead of making 2 trips. It's that kind of a vibe. When I try to do this one-handed. Okay. Trust in time. Time is both a sacred healer and teacher. It heals our spirits by helping us to let go and teaches us reflection and patience. Other times, it offers up wisdom in its place because it knows it might never heal some wounds. The seeker is asked to trust in time, however. It bends itself. Though wounds may linger and scars remain, the seeker understands that time holds power. Through the passage of seasons and cycles, clarity and insight are born, and in its embrace you will find that quiet strength, knowing that each moment is in waiting is an offering imbued with the potential for growth and renewal if you accept it. Time has an orchestra of healing energies and entities at its disposal, and with intuition, it is curated perfectly just for you. To tap into the magic offered, listen. How are you being called to utilize this time? Embrace this solitude with time and transform it into your awakening, into higher levels of understanding and spiritual evolution where you can embrace those scars, transform them into power, and push yourself forward towards your destiny. That's absolutely shadow work. Transmutation, inner alchemy. Beautiful. You know what? You might want to check out pile 1 because look at this. We talked about cycles, right? And then it's got the moon cycles, and pile 1 is sacred cycles. So if you're feeling called, or if you did watch pile 1 as well, this is just confirmation that was, you needed to hear something in that reading. Okay, let's get charms. Charms can act as signs and synchronicities that you'll be seeing in the next coming weeks from your guides, from your higher self. They can also act as clarifiers or pull through additional messages, so we'll see what comes through. Okay. Yeah, we have a mirror. It's time to do some self-reflection, honey. Some shadow work. Otherwise, this wouldn't have come out. It's time. I do have a couple shadow work readings out that I did a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but I'm gonna start doing more. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. Shadow work is a very personal journey, so it's kind of hard to do collective, but I'm definitely, I love doing it. So, and eventually I'd love to offer personal one-on-one shadow work readings. I'm not offering that at this time, but that is something I'd love to do in the future. Anyway, shadow work, look into it. We also have a forest at night. So pine trees may be significant. There's a crescent moon on there as well. Ooh, we have an ancient Egyptian pyramid. With the Eye of Horus. I believe. Okay. And it could be the Eye of Ra. If either of those are significant for you, there's a reason I'm being told to say both. Okay. And then Libra scales or scales of justice, balance. You might be a Libra, or you might have Libra somewhere prominently in your chart. And if so, this is a call to maybe check out a Libra reading if you see one pop up after watching this. Okay. All right, pile 3. Let me know if this resonated. If any of the readings resonated, let me know which ones, if you watched more than one, and if more than one resonated. And please like the video if you found it helpful or interesting or entertaining in any way. And subscribe so that I can continue to do these readings for free. I love it, and I would love to grow the soul family. So until the next time, I am sending you so much love. Take care.